Nigerian EFCC, you sure you will not carry this your EFCC eagle go for eye clinic for medical checkup? Maybe they give it medicated glasses because it's like, they see corruption allegations of politicians and big men. Now only Yahoo boys na eagle they look. Make the cuckoo go check in eye, give them eye drop because oriburuku lenche. My country people, say there is level of corruption and crime, criminality will go happen for country. It go become normal. The citizens of that country will become used to it. That is corruption. Don't master them. Say unfortunately that is the Nigerian reality. For this country, we they compare corruption with corruption. Some Nigerians go even tell you we don't get so much used to corruption. Some people go tell you when you reach there, when it be your turn, if you like, no use your head, no do your own. Now you be the first person where they there. If they say this person thief like this, they go say person they way don't thief past that one. No be today the thing start. And once a country reach that level, it will take a revolution of not just the reasonable, but the reasonable and courageous. Because you must be reasonable and courageous for us to revolt for the right cause, to reset leadership and systems in this country. If not, we go end up with the Nigerian situation, which is what? Survival of the fittest. Justice will be left for the highest bidder. If you don't get connection, you are on your own. It is an animal farm. So when I know say for some days now, Moyele Sowore and Wike, Sowore, they release some allegations, all of that they put out there against the current minister for FCT. Do you know that most of the information where they put out, they are not new. They have been there before. They are known to the public and including everybody waiting for government. But the so-called anti-corruption agencies, EFCC, ICPC, Independent Corrupt People, and other offenses, related offenses, they never see them to investigate. What are some of the allegations? And Nigerians, instead of to focus on the matter as it affect our life, some people go even the way they go, they abuse the show. Nigerians do not know that even when you think say maybe you know like two people where they quarrel, you should think of how what is going on affects your life and insert it yourself in that equation.
Just in case you are wondering what's going on here, a bandit is granting press briefing. Somebody saw a better of bad news, but I reject it. Unfortunately, it's the country I find myself that the news wake up aside I can't tell that a bandit is granting press briefing. When you lie down on your bed today, you spread broadcast, your breast go this side, go that side, you want sleep. Think and remember I'm again. Say Mama P say a bandit is granting press briefing. Do you know what that means? He get the power to organize TV station, set camera, put ammunition for neck. They warn your military, they warn your government. Say me they don't come close to a camp. He don't release like 40 people now. You be like saying catch 40 foul, from the one way thief. So you take back. I go steal some more. No come near my camp. If not, see ammunition for my neck. A bandit is granting press briefing. Jesus, somebody type blood of Jesus. That is where we have found ourselves as a country. So as you go to bed tonight, remember that your safety is yours and the Lord only. Government cannot save you, NAPTIP cannot save you, police cannot save you, army cannot save you, nobody can save you. As long as you're in Nigeria, you're on your own.
Wonder shall never end, ladies and gentlemen. There is a serious issue in this country, and I move to ask, is this actually the country we all dreamed of? Why is it that things are actually happening the awkward way? Why is it that a corruption allegation will be raised against someone who is in government? The people who are saddled with the responsibility of taking it on will do face as if they didn't see it. But when it comes to ordinary citizens, 2 seconds, you will see serious action. Why is it that a bandit will be granting press release in the presence of instituted security personnel? A bandit who has caused different level of havoc in this country. Why is it that a peace talk will be given to them and they will be granting press release warning instituted security to stay clear of their business? But when you wake up tomorrow and say that you need protection against your people, like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did, 2 seconds, he was thrown into the prison and things are still happening yaga in this country. What is actually going on? In fact, I will allow you to share your thoughts with me on the comment section, as I allow you to also watch the other part of the video. But as you are watching, make sure you are sharing the video. Subscribe for more updates. And after that, I will be back. Let's go there.
A bandit is granting press briefing. The other day, a bandit was doing meeting with government. Military was sitting down, looking at a bandit parading guns. Military was sitting down. Army was sitting down. If you like 2027, no fights. If you like 2027, no fight, vote this same useless government. The next time a boundary will come outside, it will be with your heads. You got don't cut and hold on. Take grant the next press briefing. Thank you very much for listening and good night. Yes, insult your mother in the comment section. Call me prophet of doom. And that doom go kill your full family for me. Mugus, a bandit, is granting press briefing, and you say Oguno kill this government for me. All right, it's okay. It's okay. Bandits go tell you, say, who do you want to call? You want to call your governor? Wait, make I call him for you. I have his number. That is where we are going now as a country. A bandit is granting press briefing.
What are some of the allegations where they raised against the current minister for FCT? Number one, remember during the Channels TV interview where Seun Okinbaloye asked him, say, you are driving a Rolls Royce, your convoy, they get power bike for front and all of that. How did you get money to buy a Rolls Royce? The honorable minister said that he is not from a poor family. That even when he did for university, he was driving a Benz because his father was a manager of a company. Your father was a manager. Continue. Allegations of giving land as minister to your children, in the name of your children, parcels of land, be hectares of land. The children are not Ghanaians or Japanese, they are Nigerians. If they go get land, they will get land in Nigeria. All right. Allegation of properties owned in the United States, in the state of Florida, multiple properties. Honorable Minister response, I don't know anything about the property. My wife is a US citizen. My children are US citizens. They have their own property there. Anybody should show. Minister for FCT. Your wife is a US citizen, and nobody talks to make person no own property. But do not forget that that same wife is also a sitting judge on the appellate court of Nigeria. They don't move up. She was in the high court. She don't go appeal court now. And being a US citizen and a justice in the Nigerian judicial system, are there code of conduct documents where show say that there was a declaration of assets to know exactly how many assets you owned in a foreign country where you are a citizen, and that you also show how you pay tax in that country because you go to pay tax as US citizen, and also now that you are a chief or a justice in the appellate court of another country. So you see nothing wrong with it, even you being also a cabinet minister and your spouse in the Nigerian judiciary. Do you know that most of all the allegations where they raise, so, and what is the other allegation on the issue of INEC voice note, voice recording will come out where they talk say that allegedly when you were governor you were threatening INEC officials, and nobody think it is necessary to investigate to know that was somebody actually trying to undermine the electoral process and threatening anybody. It is not worthy to investigate. Do you know that most of the allegations where they raise, so they come under executive administrative corruption, and guess what? 50 to 60% of Nigeria's corruption is administrative. Inflation of government contract, budget padding, outright stealing and criminality from government. But till date, it is not worth investigation. Why? Because no be Yahoo boy or no be poor person. Now EFCC eagle never see him. Recently, the British Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner, she resigned from office. You know why? Not be because he thief money, no. Not be because he carry money buy Rolls Royce. He buy property before even become Deputy Prime Minister. He pay tax, but he no pay sufficient tax. The advisor to the Prime Minister on ethics say, our investigation found that she acted with integrity but broke the code of ethics. Meaning there is a code of ethics. For Nigeria, which code of ethics will they do? Code of ethics Oriburuku Lanshe. Buruku Lenshe, EFCC, and Nigerian government. We build a system that rewards criminality. Nigerians do not get used to this kind of corruption and criminality in the country, because this system will make everybody a victim at the end of it. And that is why, because the people they know say once you do it, you get people who go support you, their owner to pay people who go come online. They abuse those who are calling for accountability because they know there are no consequences for anything. This is not how a country should be governed. Look at Brazil, they protest for law where they don't bring, say, may they give immunity to their lawmakers. Nigerians, we will do the right thing after doing every other thing. A system or a nation where there is no accountability is a lawless society. And if you do not come together and fix it, you may just become the next victim of the misgovernance or the high-handedness or wickedness in that country. Congratulations, Minister for FCT. The God will do your own to come from a wealthy family. He will do it for other Nigerians. God bless you, EFCC, as una eagle. Oriburuku night when they do.
Basically, from the information that we have gathered, the United States of America has issued a warning to corrupt Nigerian officials, especially the politicians politicians that they will never grant them any visa. And this is coming. This is basically coming after Omayele Sowore petitioned a court in Florida concerning and reeling out Nyesom Wike's dates, houses he bought through his wife and his sons. And you know how his wife is part of the appeal court judges. So it's quite funny how she's also part of all that. And then he actually said on national television that the wife is an American citizen, his children is an American citizen, so they can get properties of their choice. And you know, he was very confident. And then later he said that he has a very tough skin. People can say whatever they want to say. He doesn't care. He's used to critics. What would you say to this?
My dear, look, this particular reaction is the worst of it. If we don't have a corrupt government, should that man still be in office by now, Esther? No, on a more serious note, if we don't have a corrupt government, I remember somebody going to Brazil to tell us that there's no more corruption in Nigeria. This is a very clear case before you, Esther. They say we should not do this, we should not do that, but they will force us. They will force us to show those things because we cannot avoid it. What Wike said now, should he still be the Minister of Federal Capital Territory? Is it not supposed to be there? The people that appointed him, what are they doing? What are they saying? Tell me. You mean later somebody will not say that this person is corrupt, EFCC is go after him, Abi? You cannot be shading some people and then asking EFCC to go after some people. You are not fighting corruption. You are not. This is a clear case of corruption. Looking at you in the face openly. And because of this, now look at the reaction from US. If you think they are joking, you go there now. Anybody that think that US is joking, let them go there.
The vice president was the one who went to represent the president at the recent ongoing hunger. And a lot of persons have been attributing several things to it. Is there anything in particular why? Some people say if hunger was being held in France, the president would have gone himself. But now that it's being held, and that he had to send his vice, could it just be that the president just returned from a travel and so he felt the vice should go?
Look, I was thinking that before now, if there is any place the president should have been frequenting, it should be US to learn democracy. Because that's where we copied it. These other places have been going around. What is it impacting on us? What are we getting? Nothing. He should have been going to the US frequently to learn things about this democracy because apparently he is not learning. Seriously. The way he's acting and behaving, it leaves more to be deserved. I'm not joking. Now with this thing that happened now, Esther, please, will somebody come and tell me tomorrow that he's fighting corruption? No, those that are supporting this administration, where are you now? Where are you? Step forward to come and tell me how they have performed excellently well. This is a clear case because tomorrow all of us will forget. Esther, we are going to forget tomorrow that something like this happened. Look at the man still talking. He even posted that if he wanted, they would have extended the state of emergency in River State. So, who is now the president of Nigeria? Esther, who is now the president of Nigeria? Because most times when we try to avoid a certain controversy, they will force us into it. How can this type of thing be going on and Nigeria would not pretend as if nothing happened? Who is not the president of Nigeria that Wike will be boasting that if he wanted, he would have extended the state of emergency? Please, who declared state of emergency?
But you know that Donald Trump is also going through his own issues as well. You know that very recently he actually signed a decree that anyone who burns the American flag will definitely be sent to jail. A U.S. veteran took the American flag, went in front of the White House, stayed there and burnt it, trying to prove a point. They've been calling Donald Trump autocratic. They said he's been passing laws recently that's too stringent. They're also calling him a racist, one who is going into the whole white demographic thingy, white supremacy and all of that. And these are some tendencies that some Nigerians are accusing the president of. So it's almost like what you're accusing the president of is what Donald Trump is. So why should anyone be concerned?
So because Donald Trump have committed infamy in America, therefore we should follow suit, Abi? No, hold on. Donald Trump, because he has goofed in America, therefore we too, we must follow him. After following him now, why not travel there to go and thank him? Yes, use this hunger to go and thank him that he's doing so well. Look, let us not copy what is wrong. Donald Trump is trying to reinvent America. However he wants to do it, doesn't concern us. Let him sort out himself with Americans.
No, but you said something now that you'd have preferred Tinubu travels to the US so he will learn democracy because that's the democracy we're copying. I'm trying to let you know the current state of democracy in America.
Oh my God. Esther,
under Donald Trump.
The institutions in America are bigger than Donald Trump.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying? The institutions in America, in fact, in the next 1 million years, they will be stronger than any American president. That is the fact. That's the truth. Most of the things Donald Trump wanted to do, has he done them? The institutions stopped him. Look at that veteran who went in front of White House. Esther, can you go close to Aso Rock to do that kind of thing? No, tell me the truth. Can anybody allow you to enter in Aso Rock and do what a US veteran did? It's not possible. So, while we are trying to blame the Donald Trump, look at where he's coming. It is left for the Americans to say yes or no. In fact, if not that Donald Trump is coming for the last time, I don't think they would have allowed him to come the second time. Well, yes, I don't think so.
You don't think it was a voice of the
people? They
never
thought that he would go this bad. The man, he came back with vengeance.
President Wike reportedly acquired the multi-million-dollar foreign properties in the name of his wife, Justice Ebarachi Suzette Nyesom Wike, a seventh judge of Nigeria's Court of Appeal. Further facts reveal that the duo have also obtained a United States quitclaim deed, transferring the properties to their children. In the country's law, quitclaim deed is one of the simplest property transfer documents in U.S. real estate law that enables owners of properties to transfer such ownership to their children. So according to a series of posts that went via Facebook and X, formerly known as Twitter, Omoyede Sowore, who is considered an activist and a former presidential candidate, said the acquisitions were through questionable means, claiming that the properties were shared amongst Wike's children, amounting to concealment of ownership and laundering of stolen funds. So it says that. Well, let me read out what Sowore said. It says, it turns out that international thief has 3 different properties in Winter Springs, Florida. All of them were hidden under the name of his wife, who also serves as a Court of Appeal judge in Nigeria, and shared out to his children. So he accused the minister of trafficking proceeds of crime. So apparently, when he gave all his breakdown, I don't want to read all the things that he wrote there because they were quite derogatory, and we don't want anybody to start suing or whatever that we're promoting any form of slander or defamation. Nyesom Wike is yet to respond to all of this. Larry Olayinka, the spokesperson to Nyesom Wike, has really not said anything. The only thing he said the last time was that Omoyede Sowore is a rabble-rouser, likes to make noise, just distract people from issues, bedeviling the polity and all whatnot. And his response was actually too light-hearted compared to how any other person would have. For example, Peter Obi, while wishing the president, the first lady, a happy birthday, he said, we are finished. That's what he started with. And up to today, up till now, there have been a lot of lambasting from every nook and cranny, and I'm surprised that we're not seeing such with what Omoyede Sowore did towards Nyesom Wike, or Nyesom Wike's supporters and responders towards all of these information that had been reeled out.
You know, Esther, let me tell you a story that will link us with Sowore and what he's doing.
Okay.
Whenever the Pope want to canonize or give out a sainthood to somebody, maybe a cardinal or somebody, you know what? After reading all the good things this man have done and all that, they will now invite another well educated cardinal who is well schooled in the things of religion, you know, the history, everything. You know what this particular person does? That is the person they call the devil's advocate. No, seriously, listen.
Okay,
this man will come and say all the bad things that this man have done that will not warrant the Pope to canonize him. You know, at times he may be saying the truth, but at the end of the day, the Pope will have his way. Now, Sowore is doing this thing, but the question is, with all this expose, what will come out of it? Wike is still on seat, Esther.
Exactly.
He's still on seat.
No investigation. Because of this, the US has said we are not going to give any visa to corrupt politicians. We don't know. They always say that. I think
leave those people there. They are not even better. Whenever money exchange now, they will water it down. After all, they've been talking of releasing some documents since Adam and Eve. Yet no document has been released. By the time another president will come in, they will brush all those things aside. And will now start all over again. The US is not helping those who needed help. They can only help you if you are going to do their bidding, play ball and all that. That is why they are not harsh on some dictators all over the world. I'm telling you, look at Saudi Arabia. All these countries that human rights is zero. Zero tolerance. So why are they hiding some and then trying to highlight others? Why are they fighting Venezuela? Why are they fighting, these other countries?
Meanwhile,
the people they're supposed to be fighting, they're not fighting them.
President, a joint team of security operatives ran into the ambush of armed assailants, initially leaving 3 personnel confirmed dead and 8 others missing. The team consisted of officers from Operation Zenda, the Benue State Civil Protection Guard, and the Special Intervention Squad. Now, the reports indicated that these 2 policemen and one of the operatives were killed in an encounter, while 8 policemen were declared missing. Well, the chairman of Katsina Ala local government area, Dr. Justin Shaku, confirmed today in Makodi that the bodies of the 8 missing officers had been recovered. It brings a total number of officers killed to 11 to 10 policemen and 1 BSCPG operative. Shaku said that the Benue State Police Commissioner Ifeanyi Eminari was on ground to coordinate the response. Barrister, we've been saying onslaughts on security operatives by these terrorists, and it feels like I don't know what is going on.
Esther.
Why are we not putting a strategic clamp down on these guys?
Oh my God.
Do you know now this policeman will be afraid to be conscripted to certain areas where there is volatility?
If the military are now afraid and running away from, who is it? The policemen that will go? Esther, you can see how bad the things have gotten into. When they were pampering these people here, I used to say it. I have shouted from the rooftop about this insecurity, that something is going on. And I've done my analysis, and nobody have come to counter it. Esther, something is going on. I'm not joking. Something is definitely going on. Let me tell you, when the government wants to divert attention from the real issues, this type of thing will be happening. And they will use it as an excuse. Remember, when George Bush Jr. was failing in his presidency, opinion poll was giving him thumbs down. Then 9/11 came up. The American president and all the security, they were aware. George Bush Jr. was aware of 9/11. He was briefed, but he kept quiet. He was looking the other side. He wanted it to happen so that it will now divert attention from him to Americans. To the terrorists. Deliberately, the American security agents would have stopped 9/11 if George Bush Jr. had given his nod. But he deliberately wanted it to happen so that it will divert attention from the lackluster administration he was giving to Americans. If you are doubting me, go and read that documentary. Thank God it's a free society. That documentary titled Fahrenheit 9/11. Anybody Google it and go through that documentary. See what was said about George Bush and what he did. And of course, he succeeded. Because throughout that period, everybody forgot that George Bush didn't know what he was doing in office. And then they wanted to use it to, they have an ammunition factory, the Bush family, and they started selling their arms. Esther, you can see that this thing, apparently they are equally similar. There is a reason why the federal government of Nigeria is keeping quiet over this insecurity. Don't deceive yourself. The people that are dying does not matter. As long as they succeed in what they are trying to do or what they have done already. Can't you see it? The whole of those areas in the north where there is insecurity, did you see any economy going on there? Did you see any life going on there? It's all about insecurity. It has become so bad that the terrorists are now warning the federal government that, look, if you kill one of us, just be ready. So with this kind of behavior, please, don't you think that the people in those areas, they will not be more afraid of the security of the terrorists than the federal government and their You can see. Because those people, I can say that they are ungoverned areas. Terrorists are now occupying those areas. They are now a government of their own in those areas. Esther, openly, these people came out and they were brandishing guns, threatening the federal government of Nigeria. And nobody have said anything. And when somebody cough somewhere down here, you will see how everybody will come out and say, why did you cough so loud? Do you want to give us TB? The people that are giving us cancer, they are not talking about them. So Nigeria have gone to that level, all because of what? Selfish interests of leaders. Esther, selfish interests of leaders. Because if you are a leader and you swore to protect life and property, this cannot be happening under your watch.
Sure. It
cannot be happening. So ab initio, you never wanted to come and rule. You just want to answer a very big name. So that when the numbers are being counted, your name will be counted. But what did you achieve in office?
President,
what did you achieve?
In Nigeria, corruption is not a side story.
What I named
from billion-dollar oil scams to forged certificates and ghost contracts. There is a compendium of high-profile corruption cases that are yet to be solved.
Of course.
We had the Diazani Alison Madueke case of $20 billion fraud. We have Professor Adesonya Iola Delekon Bola Fasasi and Macmillan Nigeria Publishers with $922 million fraud. We have Abayo Mikukoyi, Kingsley Okpala, Prince Chidi Okpaleze, and Prince Emmanuel Okpaleze of 2.556 billion euros. There's Olu Agunloye of $6 billion Mambila hydroelectric plant fraud. There's Colonel Sambo Dasuki, retired, and 4 others of $2.1 billion arms fund diversion trial. There's Sadia Umar Farouk of 729 billion naira account for payments to poor Nigerians. Just like now, we're hearing 320 billion naira under Wale Edun to very poor Nigerians that we have not seen testimonials about. There is also Ahmed Idris of 109 billion naira fraud. There's Yahaya Bello, the former Kogi State Governor, 80.2 billion naira and 110 billion naira fraud if there are no others. These are just what the EFCC told us, where Oloyede told us that if he's not prosecuted, he will resign. We're wondering why that has not happened. There is Ngozi Juliet Olejeme of 1.38 billion naira and $48.5 million. There's Saleh Maman, 33.8 billion naira money laundering scandal. There's Murotala Nyako and ORS, 29 billion naira fraud. There's Darius Dixon Ishako, an annual of 27 billion naira fraud. Francis Atuche, 25.7 billion naira fraud. Emanuela Eteta Ita, 25.7 billion naira fraud. Bashiru Yuguda and ORS, 23.338 billion naira fraud. Adeshola Amusu and ORS, 21 billion naira fraud. Abdullahi Adamu, 15 billion naira diversion of public funds. Ali Bello and Daudu Suleiman, 10 billion naira fraud. Patrick Akpolo Kemi, ex-DG Nimasa, 8.5 billion naira fraud. Senator Stella Odua, 7.9 billion naira fraud. Senator Oji Uzokalu, 7.6 billion naira money laundering scam. Captain Everest Naj and Victor Wadili, $5 million fraud. Ayodele Faje, 6.9 billion naira money laundering, although the court has actually cleared him of it. Ismaila Mustafa, known as Momfa, 5.9 billion naira money laundering. Hadi Abubakar Sirika and ORS, now 5.8 billion naira fraud. I'm wondering how Hadi Sirika is still working. Like, that guy is still working freely. We're not hearing about his case anymore. After the first time he was invited by the EFCC for questioning, we've not heard from Hadi Sirika anymore.
Very soon, Esther, very soon, you will know the reasons for keeping quiet over this money that the federal government of Nigeria is aware, and the culprits are walking about free. Very soon, I'm not joking. Because when somebody want to carry out some actions in Nigeria, especially those at the top, they normally do something. They gather a lot of people, corrupt people around them who will support them in their bid for whatever they want to do. Let me tell you another thing. When Obasanjo, who is not denying, wanted third term, what did he do? He started the constituency project allowance. He was the one that started it. First, he started by sourcing out a residential apartment of lawmakers that whenever they go, they can buy it and take it as their own instead of renting and all that. These are the things Obasanjo did in office. This constituency allowance is never anywhere in our constitution. He started it by inducing the lawmaker because they are the ones.
Obasanjo started it.
Yes.
He's been lamenting lately.
Hold on, no. That's what I'm telling you. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I'm listening.
These are the things that they do after they will forget, and Nigerians will forget. He did that thing because of third term. Because it is the lawmaker that will approve and sign it into law. That was what he used to induce them. Unfortunately, Nnamani and Atiku made it to backfire. Because the day they wanted to vote,
they brought a higher.
Oh my God! They brought AIT to come and cover so that you will see the conspirators in there. When they allow all of them sent back, nobody voted again, and that was what killed that thing.
No, I heard that they now brought higher the amount that he proposed.
Yes.
To counter his own.
Yes, he brought what's it called? Ghana must go money and gave it to Naba to spread it. Good.
Brought more.
Good. If you now know this story, you now know why Obasanjo hated Atiku. Esther, that was the genesis of hatred against Atiku. For Nigerians who don't know, Atiku is not the worst corrupt human being. Forget about what they are saying. When you want to hang a dog, you give it a bad name. If the truth be told, if you check between Atiku and Obasanjo, you don't need to be told who is more corrupt. Ajo Kutasi company is not working out today because of who? The same Obasanjo. The day The day the Russian builders of that steel complex we are to take over to revamp that place, Obasanjo cancelled the contract because he wanted to give it to his own son.
What do you think? Drop that on the comment section, and of course, you know the vibe. Click on that subscribe button, follow and share for more updates. Because like this, we move.